Hey, Mike Healy here, and I'm excited to go through this training with you. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. And it's going to be, I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. If you're not familiar with how to build a lead funnel, then I'm going to try to walk you through some very simple steps that'll help you at least get started, but more importantly, kind of take you to that next level. I think one of the things you're going to like is the fact that as you learn some of these new skills and you begin to apply them, you're going to see that you can continue to add and increase those skills, which obviously give you better and better results. Okay, so when I first got started, I was quite confused, but it just was something that was intriguing to me. It was, I believe, something necessary, especially in this day and age, to automate my business a little bit more, to leverage my time a little better. And so that's why I started studying these things, and I've learned from a lot of amazing people. And I just wanted to take this time to share this with you and go through this training, so that I believe that you're going to get the best bang for your buck as we go through this. Okay, so what we're going to talk about on this video is I'm going to walk you through some basic steps, and I'm going to give you some tips and pointers on how to apply these things and set some of these things up if you choose to do so, because I think you're going to really be able to use these, as I have, to increase a lot of my lead generation, which is ultimately what it comes down to in business. Is the more people you have to talk to, typically the odds continue to go up with your success rate. So this is just basically the funnel that I'm going to use is based off of a book that I put together for marketing for an energy company. And basically I own an energy company, and I'm their marketing guy and so on. And I'm going to just show you this as an example that I use this book that I put together as a lead magnet, and that's what we're going to talk about primarily on this video, is how to construct a lead magnet that will apply to whatever you might be doing. Okay, and understand the last part of this initial explanation is that any of these parts of these process can be duplicated. Any of these things will carry over into any business type that you're using, whether it's network marketing, whether it's insurance, whether it's dentistry, whether it's being a chiropractor and you're trying to sell some stuff or get more leads. Everything that I'm showing you applies no matter what you're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. Now, there's a couple things that I think are very important for you to understand that are part of a funnel, which is basically a point A to point B journey for a person, a prospect, a lead, or whatever you might want to call it, or a person to become a lead, ultimately to create a sale at the end. Is there's about 5 steps that I put together that help me kind of quantify and kind of make it systematic, put the recipe together so I know where I'm at in each one and what the construction process looks like. So the first thing I have is traffic. Okay, the second one is landing. Where are these people going to go? The next thing is, after they've gone there, how do I get their information so that I can begin to build rapport and continue to continually communicate with them? And then how can I make my my pitch, my sale, my call to action. Okay, so that's what I want to cover. So we're going to just briefly break some of these down, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this. Now, with traffic, I'm not going to cover traffic necessarily on this video right here. I do have plenty of training courses on traffic, and I'm very good at traffic and conversions and things like that. I might put something in here a little bit, but we're just going to keep moving on from traffic. Traffic really means all the people that you can find out there to come look at your stuff. What I want to talk to you about in this part of the video is the landing and kind of creating the lead magnet for that. A landing is basically the page there somebody's going to go. Rich in Energy this is just an example of the page that I've used to create my business. They opt in to receive this lead magnet. I put them on an email list to where I then send them a sequence of emails with a few videos in them that also build the rapport, so that by the time the end of the video series and the end of reading that book, they know me, like me, and trust me. Okay, they've learned some information. I've added value to what they were, why they opted in. I gave them some value, and now they're ready to join or not. Okay, so that's really how the process works. Okay, so on this part of the funnel, I'm going to talk about the first section of this, which is the lead magnet. So that's what we want to talk to. Now let's talk about creating your first lead magnet. Okay, there's 2 things I think we got to focus on initially. Is one, we're going to have a come up with a kind of a cool title, and 2, what is the solution that your lead magnet offers. And what I would recommend you do now is grab a pen and paper. Okay, and pause me for a second, grab a pen and paper, and maybe start thinking of those things. Because you have to identify who your target market is to begin with so that you can begin to communicate with them and you can offer them something that they're going to bite on, okay? It's, you give the right bait to the right fish. Okay, you can't throw a brick into a pond and expect a fish to bite it. That's not the right bait. Okay, you have to use the correct worm or the minnow or whatever it might be that you're going to do that. And there's other places I'll show you how to fish in the right ponds. But when you're constructing your lead magnet, ask yourself, what are you trying? What's your simple solution to the problem that your ideal customer has that you want to solve for them? And you want to make it very, very short and descriptive, okay? And I'm going to show you those bullet points in a second. But that's really what you have to ask yourself. You're asking yourself something very little, very simple, that is going to get me, your potential client, potential lead, to click on it and go, you know what, I think I'm curious enough that I want the information that they're offering. Okay, so let's talk about some of that. What type of lead magnet you offer, okay? Now, let me talk about these for just a second. Is when I first started doing it, some of the offers that I opted in for myself to learn some things were typically books or PDFs, and I realized that was something that was easy to put together and understand. Don't be intimidated by the word book. Okay, it's not like the old days where you had to get a publishing company and sit down for hours and hours and write like they did in the movies. Okay, that's not what you can do. You can literally record yourself on a phone answering on a phone, a conference call, YouTube video, whatever you do to record your voice. You can do that, send it to Fiverr, have it transcribed, convert it into a PDF, and there's your instant book. Okay, it's literally that easy to do these days. The other thing that you may want to consider if you've never done it, just so you can quickly get a lead magnet done and a funnel up and running, would be to do a video training of something. As an example, let me throw something else out there. Let's say you are looking for, you're an insurance person, okay? You want to build a bigger sales force, and you're looking to recruit and hire on more agents in your insurance company. Well, you could make a training video as the opt-in that said something like, and let's say you're going after other insurance agents. Okay, so we've got that. That's our pond we're going. That's the pond and the people we're fishing for. And you put a video together that says something like the 5 easy steps to close more insurance leads. Okay, so if I was in insurance and I saw that come through my news feed on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, I might think, that makes sense. So I click on it because that was a catchy title and it appealed to what my need was. So when I went there, it said opt in to receive a 15-minute training and you can put a little bit of your credentials on the 5 steps to closing more things, more leads from, insurance leads. Okay. So that's an easy thing to do. And so so you have just a picture of the video, and then when they opt in, you deliver the video, and then you train them on that, and then whatever your call to action might be to that, at the end of that video, you offer something else, and you kind of, work your way up. But anyhow, so videos are fantastic. Video trainings, webinars are fantastic way to do lead generation, especially webinars. If you use the title webinar, most people know that they're setting aside time to do something. So if I offer a lead magnet for a webinar, I might be focusing on a simple problem that somebody has, offering a solution and saying sign up for this sign up for this webinar, and most people know they're going to have to take about half an hour to do it, and they go and do that and so on. So I've created a lead there. Another thing is along the lines with the book, let's jump into this, is a PDF. All you got to do is take a Word document, and instead of saving it as Word, save it as PDF. You can make the cover of it on canva.com, which is the graphics thing I've explained before, and boom, you've got a book cover, you got a PDF with a document. The other thing I think that is overlooked, but I've opted in for a lot of these myself, are PowerPoints. PowerPoints are extremely easy to put together nowadays. You can just open up any PowerPoint program and maybe do something similar with let's go back to the insurance thing, the 5 easy ways to do that. Download our PowerPoint training for free. Okay, so I would, if I was in that, I'd be like, oh, well, this is the training that their company uses. I want to download that. Okay, and boom, you just got them to come on board and so on. Because all the lead magnet is, is your number one goal with a lead magnet is not a sale. Understand that. Don't ever forget it. Your number one point for a lead magnet is to just capture an email so that we can begin our know you, like you, trust you rapport building process. This is the I invited you, the cute girl, to go to dinner. Okay, I'm not trying to kiss you, hold your hands, and you know, and get married yet. Okay, that's what that is. Last thing on here, and these are just pointers and things you can think about, is software. You don't necessarily have to own software, but you could put together a lead magnet that says my 5 free software programs for lead generation or something like that, or finding out what my competition is doing. And then all you do is you can use some of the free services that are online. Like I use Alexa.com. It's the ranking service. Find out in this free software what your competition's keywords are, as an example. Okay, and people could opt in, and all you could do is put a little letter together in there and says, I use this, and here's how I use Alexa. Something as simple as that, because all you're trying to do is get somebody to opt in so that you can begin to do the rapport process later. Now, some important points to remember. These are, as you're making your lead magnet, understand people want, in this day and age, they want instant solutions. They want instant pudding, microwave popcorn, and so on. People want quick solutions to specific problems. Quick solutions to specific problems. Quick solutions. That's why I usually put like the 3 steps, 5 steps of lead generation or Facebook advertising or whatever it might be. It's also something, your lead magnet needs to be something that is easily consumed. A 5-minute video, a 15-minute max video, something along those lines as your lead magnet. Same thing with a PowerPoint. You can click, 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 and 20 slides later, you've gone through it in 5 to 10 minutes and seen some good bullet points on there. So you added value when it was quick and specific. Also, you want to try to look as professional as possible when you're making your lead magnets. Most of the time you'll opt in for a PDF just because the cover looked cool. Well, you can go to Fiverr and pay somebody $5 to make you a nice cool 3D cover with a nice snappy title, and it looks like it was been published by Barnes and Noble. Okay, so understand that you can do those things fairly easily. And the last bullet point I want to talk to you about the lead magnet is this one. People buy transformations, meaning people want to go from A to B, okay, or A to Z, whatever you want to do. But let's say we want to go A to B. And what that means is, your lead magnet, let's say you're selling a weight loss product of some sort. How I went from overweight and tired to, how I went from being overweight and tired in 30 days to being, thin and healthy, or whatever it might be, or, not have plenty of energy. Feeling great and plenty of energy, something along those lines. That's why transformations work. That's why you see before and after photos and things like that. You want to know how I went from being a broke alcoholic bartender, okay, to a 6-figure monthly earner in XYZ. How I went from a broke alcoholic bartender with no leads to build my network marketing business to generating 20 leads a day. Whatever it might be, it's transformation, it's quick and specific, and it's easily consumed with those bullet points. That right there is this right here is the structure that you could use to create awareness, interest, curiosity, to get somebody to opt in, so that you can then begin to build rapport on it. Okay, so I just wanted to touch with you on the creating the first lead magnet. Again, it could be any number of those things that you put together, that have to do with the books, videos, and so on. Any of those videos are really easy. I'm a big fan of videos, because you can take your cell phone and make a couple cool videos, and I've done that before plenty of times. So this one is just basically how to start the lead magnet. Next video I want to go through is I want to make sure we show you how to get that first landing page up and running, so that we can get you to moving down the funnel process. So I'll see you on the other videos.